Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Velvet Talks.
Yes, welcome.
For you who are just tuning in for the first time, I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Gang Mudo.
And we're members of the Velvet Room and all that stuff. And huge avid fans of Steven Universe, which is why we're going to be talking about the week of January 4th through the 8th, which was known as Steven's birthday week. Steven Bomb 4.
Yes.
So the format of this is we're going to be talking about each episode. So spoilers, huge spoilers.
Oh my god, all the spoilers.
We're going to be talking about it in detail.
Yes.
And just how awesome the Steven Bomb was. Holy shit. Like,
God.
Most of the time, before we go into the episodes, I just want to say, overall, this was a great Steven Bomb.
Oh yeah. I was expecting a lot of tears. I was expecting to want to be dead afterwards. But no, it was a very feel-good week. I enjoyed it immensely.
The one thing I really enjoyed was, I know in the previous week, I had said that, I'm waiting for it. Peridot's going to get crushed or something, but I'm so happy that this is what happened instead.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's still time for her to get crushed, but we really hope that doesn't happen. I don't know. Mitchell thinks that they might boot her off the show, but I really hope not.
Oh, I think that if they were going to, it would have been now. Like now, I don't think they're ever going to do it.
Like it's too late now.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's gone too far. Too bad that episode wasn't part of. Too bad this episode wasn't part of the Steven Bomb. So we'll be talking first about the answer. So we have already kind of covered the answer in a very special Velvet Talk that came out during the week.
Yeah, like the day it came out. So we're just going to gloss over it real quick. You can check out the video that goes more in detail about the answer. So the answer was, we get to learn about how Ruby and Sapphire met. It was very sweet.
How I Met Your Mother.
That's actually kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
Oh, yeah.
The cool thing about that episode, just because, once again, if you guys want, it's on the channel, go check it out. I just want to say something real quick about it, though. Mm-hmm. Gem culture being a really huge thing. Yeah. Like, throughout the whole Steven Bomb, we learned so much about gems.
Oh, yeah. It was fascinating to see elements of Homeworld and things that happened before there were the crystal gems. So it was kind of weird, but really cool. I really liked seeing, even though it was creepy to see like a pearl being used as like a servant. It was kind of sad.
It was cool.
It was very cool. Sad, though.
Within the answer, because I know that from the minute that happened, not to kind of go a little bit off here, but on Tumblr, people love the blue pearl.
Oh yeah, blue pearl's everywhere, and so is blue diamond. People like blue diamond. I mean, she was really pretty. Yeah.
She's like a black mage or a fortune teller.
Yeah, she needed Sapphire to be her fortune teller.
I wanted. Oh god, I know that you won't. Gang Mudo doesn't know too much about the Persona series, but when she opened up the curtains, I just wanted the Velvet Room theme to play.
Well, that's a Velvet short for you.
There you go. Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, totes.
So anyways, all throughout, just real quick, some highlights for the answer. I cried during the song.
Oh god, me too.
Like when they hum Stronger Than You.
Yeah,
I definitely did you see Sora actually commented and said, like, he loved the show? Like, oh, I wish we could have Sora on the show right now.
Oh, yeah, Sora.
Real quick shout out to Sora.
Sora!
Because I know you're watching it. But the episode was just great. So let's move on, because Steven's birthday. Me and you have a little bit different opinions on this. We haven't talked much about it.
Not at all. You texted me and was like, oh, it was so cute. I loved it.
I was gonna say, it's a very adorable episode, and it was nice to see Connie and Greg after all the stuff that's been going on with Peridot.
Oh yeah, I miss Connie.
I feel like there was that moment where you see Peridot like walk in, and one of the characters is like, "Hey, Peridot, you want to join us on this?" Or Amethyst, so it's like, "Hey, you want to join us on this adventure, on this birthday extravaganza?"
Hey.
And she just puts on the thing and she just walks away. And I'm like, "Well, I guess Peridot's not going to hang out with Connie or Greg."
I would love Connie Perry interaction.
Oh God, but see, I thought that, I mean, the episode was fun. It was the actual birthday party.
Mm-hmm. Steven turned 14.
He turned 14.
Uh-huh.
And the episode in itself was it was cute, but like I feel like you're gonna tear into this episode.
I want to. I'm holding back. I want to hear what you think first, and I'm gonna very lightly tear into this episode because it's not a bad episode. There was a lot of things that I personally did not like about it.
Okay, well, all I was going to say was it was an adorable episode for what it was worth. It's definitely, like, let me put it this way. In the past, we had some episodes during a Steven Bomb that kind of, it didn't fit the theme, or it didn't fit, like, it was a break in between all the cool action stuff that was going on, or the overarching story. Onion House is one of the ones that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Even though that was a great episode for Amethyst, during that Steven Bomb, it just seemed out of place compared with all the other episodes. And in a way, like, Steven's birthday can be like viewed as the out of place episode, but it is the episode of the week. Steven's birthday is the big event.
All the other episodes are kind of based around.
And just the celebration, it's just a fun episode. What do you think, though? I'm very curious. What's your thoughts on it, gang?
I really didn't like it. There was so much about it that I didn't like, because it had been spoiled for me that Steven is 14, but I didn't believe it. I thought, well, that's dumb. Someone's obviously lying. Steven's not 14. That's impossible. Him and Connie are both like 10. And no, you find out Connie's actually 12 and a half, and Steven's 14. He has looked like he's 9 since he was 9. And there's something about the fact that he's 14 that bugs me.
Why?
I don't know. Like, maybe it's the fact that he doesn't act 14. I know he looks like a kid still, but wouldn't you still have the same, like, mindset of a teenager?
I don't think so.
Really?
The way that I view it is... Because, let me put it this way. At first, it was a little weird. Because I'll admit, when I heard that he was 14, it was a little jarring.
Yes, there was just no buffer between his childlikeness and his 14ness, there is in Adventure Time, where he's childish and then he kind of just matures because he gets older.
But I think that there's a very important factor to this, which Steven doesn't interact, like, Connie is the only other kid his age, I mean, unless you count Onion, that he interacts with. I mean, I feel like when you're growing up, like, you kind of form to what people around you are acting like, and even if it's unintentional, you have this desire to kind of act more mature. But Steven still has a very childlike sense of wonder and a very childlike sense of adventure, and he's always hanging out with the Crystal Gems, who are ageless. Connie's the only person, and Connie acts more mature than any of the other characters.
She's girls mature faster.
And I mean, I feel that, well, at first I thought, like, him being 14 was a little odd. It's kind of the point.
I guess.
Because Connie didn't see it, and Greg was even like, well, he's kind of like, he's a gem.
Yeah.
Fusion, technically. Sort of.
But like, then, that's the other thing that bothered me. Connie's reaction to 14-year-old Steven when he stretches himself out to be 14, and suddenly they're kind of, like, romantic. That like, bothered me. I mean, I ship Connie and Steven just as much as anyone, Stevonnie. But, it felt so forced.
Really?
Yes, it felt really awkward. I don't know. I felt very awkward watching it. Maybe it's because she's 12 and Steven just appears as a 10-year-old to me because he acts like one and he's looked like one for so long that it's like, you can't throw this romance at us now. He's not ready. I'm not ready.
I mean,
it felt weird. Like, her, like, snuggling up to him. It was like, oh, no, that's not how you guys act. You guys are jam buds. And you can be, like, together and not be weird about it. It felt like it happened way too fast. Like, oh, now suddenly he's a little taller than her and she's gonna start, like, making gaga eyes at him. It was like, I don't know. Man, that's probably just me. I'm sure a lot of people were excited about Stevonnie taking off.
It's a very valid point. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It is something. It's a very drastic change in terms of their interaction. But then I feel like that's kind of the point of the end of the episode where she kind of backtracks a little and it's just like, well, let me not backtrack, but she steps back a little bit and she's like, well,
because he's short again.
Well, but I think that it was more of a
Oh no, did I ruin it for you?
No, I mean, it's super valid. It's something that I thought about too. Mm-hmm. I guess I just didn't think of it as a bad thing. I just saw it more as a...
Like their relationship is developing kind of thing.
Like, well, more...
Having to go through this, I don't know.
Sort of. I mean, they are kids growing up. I mean...
I guess so.
And I know that it's... Like, I know... But, I mean, it's not like she was, like, trying to sex him up or something.
Oh, not at all. But she, like leaned on him and... It just, like, it felt weird.
But Steven was weirded out about it. Like, I
guess so, but I couldn't tell. It was hard for me to tell if he was weirded out by it or he was just being, like, nervous. A flustered teenager. Because, I mean, he is a teenager.
I mean...
So, I guess so. It seemed like he finally acted his age once he stretched himself out. But any other time, I mean, look at any time Steven has done anything. I wonder if Rebecca Sugar just put this in for, like, shock value, or if she really planned for Steven to be 14 from the beginning, because it doesn't seem like it. I would imagine you'd have the same mindset as a teenager. It's not like you're not living the same amount of years. Wouldn't you feel, like, angsty still, even though you look like a 10-year-old?
I don't think so.
I
don't mean to, like, be like, no, I don't think so.
I mean, not that, like, Steven would feel angsty, but he would be different than what he is, right? He's just so playful. And when you get a certain age, you stop being playful. I'm sorry, but when I was 14, I stopped playing in the pool because I just didn't feel the same sense of wonder of seeing a large body of water as, like, an 8-year-old would.
I feel like a part of that, once again, I feel like a part of that comes from the fact that when you're hanging out with a bunch of people, like in a school, when you're hanging out with a bunch of people your age, there is a somewhat of a need to kind of to be like other people your age, like your peers. When you're in a school, you grow up together.
But Steven's never done that.
And that's the point. That's why he doesn't.
It's not like he hasn't hung out, though, with older people. Like,
but he doesn't.
He hangs out with probably Lars and Sadie are the only other
people. He hangs
out
with immortals.
Besides the Crystal Gems that he hangs out with, who are human. And even his dad is, like, really goofy. So I guess maybe that's it.
I mean, but okay, let me put it this way, yeah? Like, remember the episode where... I didn't think we'd spend so much time on Steven's birthday.
I'm so sorry. I knew it was going to be long because I have such conflicting opinions.
No, it's okay. It's great. Remember the episode where Steven tries to throw a birthday for the Gems?
Yeah, and he realizes that he's getting older. But the fact that he had been celebrating it that way for that long, I mean, the Gems have known him forever. They knew that's how he celebrated his birthday. It just feels so, like, shoehorned in there, like, oh yeah, he's 14, just so you know, in case you couldn't tell from all the childness that he
but Connie's reaction is the audience's reaction. We didn't know he was 14. Like,
well, yeah, no one would have guessed it.
Like,
not even Connie.
No one thinks that he's 14.
I can't believe that never came up in conversation between them.
I don't think Rebecca Sugar just shoehorned that in, because when you look at Greg.
Not. What about Greg?
Okay, what Greg says, he's known the Gems since he was 22. He's an 80s rock star.
Yeah.
Wannabe rock star. Like, to me, it makes sense that Steven is 14. When at first it's jarring, and then it kind of makes sense based on just the time period in itself. Like, Steven Universe, I assume, takes place in the whatever.
Well, I guess, like, chronologically it makes sense, but
you just
I mean, I still don't see why he's I love Steven. Him being 14 isn't going to change that. This episode doesn't change how I feel about any of the characters. I just didn't like the episode that much.
Okay.
Maybe it was just poorly executed. I don't know. I'm sure everyone else loved it, and I'm very sorry for having.
No, you are entitled to your opinion. I just
feel like I don't want to make this a huge thing, an hour-long video where we go back.
No, this is the thumbnail of just like me and you like screaming at each other, and there's the picture of scared Steven.
Scared little Steven.
You are 14. No.
Okay. Let's move on.
Can I just say one real quick thing about that besides the age debate?
Please do, yes.
I was gonna say one of my favorite little tidbits from the episode is when he's just like, all right, now all I have to do is stretch myself out for the rest of my life. That line for some reason the way that line was delivered was the funniest thing to me.
Yeah, that was like, for some reason I can relate to that.
Oh God, shouldn't have gotten my water.
Yeah, you shouldn't have taken a drink while I was talking because I make you laugh with my charmingness.
God damn it.
Yeah.
All right, so Steven's birthday. That was a thing.
Yeah, all right, that was
Let's
good.
move on.
And next, the third episode, It Could Have Been Great.
Peridot's first song in the series.
Oh, I love that. I almost pissed myself. Don't take that out of context. When I saw that Peridot was singing, like I thought she was gonna do it, and then I thought, oh no, she'll back out. She won't really sing, and then she sang, and it was awesome.
I think that episode was one of the more like the whole week did a really cool job with just like showing us bits and pieces of like Peridot's kind of world, Peridot's kind like in the sense that like all like most of the time we interact with the homeworld gems, we'd see bits and pieces of gem culture. This whole week was really strong in it. Oh yeah,
Peridot definitely represents like the mindset of all homeworld gems because of the way she thinks is so. Oh, fusion is supposed to be like a battle tactic, not something you do all the time. Pearls are supposed to just kind of sit down, shut up. This is very strange.
I feel like it could have been great. Isn't like unlike Steven's birthday and The Answer, this is kind of the episode that starts the 3-episode arc of Steven Baum.
What you came to see.
Right, the overall arc. And don't get me wrong, the week was great, but most when you think of the other bombs, most of the time there was an episode that was like week of Sardonyx. You start off the week with an episode dealing with Sardonyx and Pearl's whole thing, and in this week, this was the story arc of Peridot trying to get back to not trying to communicate with Homeworld, and this episode was fun because you got to see that the map of the world. You finally see a large-scale map of the world.
Did you notice that Russia was missing?
Russia's completely gone.
To me. Where's Russia?
Putin. Just...
Putin. He was like, no more memes. And then they took him out.
And then Rebecca Sugar was like, and looks like an X-Acto knife.
Well, there goes Russia.
I like to imagine that... Well, the weird part was America is... North America, I should say, looks relatively the same, but then you look at South America and a portion of Africa's on
looks
that,
messed up
and it's all over the place. And
it must not be in the same universe, I guess.
Well, I think that is the biggest piece that Steven Universe takes place in a different universe, but I also think that a big part of that is I like to imagine when I see the giant crater in the north that is like just because if you look at the way that it's shaped, like where Russia would be shaped, it's kind of curved. And it almost makes me think that, like, what if, 5,000 years ago, that's where, gems, something was released or something completely devastating.
They probably have something about that, something that the gems did 5,000 years ago impacted how the Earth moved and how the countries...
tectonic plates don't work that way.
Not at all, but I'm sure they did something. When you're putting, the cluster into the Earth, I'm sure they had to shift some things around.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So It Could Have Been Great was a fun episode.
I don't really remember that one as much.
Okay, I'll give a really brief summary. So the episode starts off, they're all staring out for the sunset. They sing a cute little song.
Right.
They need the coordinates to where the cluster might be because they have a general idea of where the cluster should be. It's somewhere in North America, but they don't know exactly where. Mm-hmm. And so they go to the moon base because Pearl, or the Diamond moon base, because Pearl thinks that the coordinates would be up there. Mm-hmm. During that time, up on the moon base, you find out that the diamonds, there's multiple diamonds. Obviously that's been a thing, but you find out that they kind of worship them like gods.
Yeah. Like tyrants.
The matriarch, which is a really cool way to view it. And then the episode ends with Peridot making a observation about rose quartz, the crystal gems kind of freaking out, like not freaking out, but getting very upset about it.
I thought Peridot was gonna die right then and there.
Like, oh, Mitchell's right.
I was like, oh god.
Message received.
Oh god.
No. So
that's funny.
And then Steven, the episode ends with Steven being rather upset with Peridot.
Yeah.
And
because she sneaks a thing off the moon.
She sneaks some crystal off of it. So the episode's kind of it's the big setup for the next episode. But the one thing I know this is gonna sound horrible. Mm-hmm. It's gonna sound absolutely horrible. When Peridot was talking about like how all Rose Quartz did was delay the inevitable. Mm-hmm. She was, I mean, Peridot's not a crystal gem.
Yeah.
She's starting to understand.
Message received.
She's starting to understand kind of how the Earth works, how, you know, what the beauty of behind it is. Like she's developing her character arc. Mm-hmm. But at that point, she still sees Yellow Diamond and the Empire. She sees things from a galactic scale.
Yeah.
And she's like, Earth could have been a great colony. And then you see all the plans that there would have been for it. Mm-hmm. And I hate saying it like this, I really do. Peridot wasn't right in what she said. But from a completely logical standpoint...
Oh, yeah. Well, from a logical gem standpoint.
It makes sense.
Any logical human would be like, no, don't do that.
Like, from the standpoint that she was trying to say, it makes sense. She's not right. Mm-hmm. She shouldn't have said it in front of the crystal gems.
She shouldn't have worded it.
But she doesn't understand the conflict that they're going through. I'm not trying to defend Peridot here, but I'm saying that, like...
It's okay.
I can kind of see where she's coming from.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
in her viewpoint.
She's reasoning it out, like, completely scientifically, logically, whatever. She doesn't have her heart in Earth yet. Like the crystal gems.
I don't think she ever will. No, I'm just messing.
I don't know what. I mean, maybe. I don't know. She liked rain. So. But, like, the crystal gems, they want to protect Earth because they care about the life on Earth. And they care about
Rose Quartz legacy.
Yeah, Rose Quartz cared about the Earth because she cares about living things. Well, that's not really important to the gems. They wanted Earth, like, it didn't matter, a few casualties to them, that's like nothing because they
can just
go
grow
all over
their
space.
troops.
Yeah. So it seemed like a logical thing to do, you know, Earth isn't that great, so we might as well make something out of it. And they had the cluster in there, so I guess Rose really was just delaying the inevitable, but when you think about it from Rose's point of view, that's better than just outright giving up and letting it die.
Yeah, like, I think that... I mean, I know why they got mad at her.
Oh, absolutely.
It makes complete sense,
kind of
but at the same time, I feel a part of me was like, well, my bias is super towards Peridot.
Oh, well, because I super side with the Rose Quartz side, like... Yeah, you may have delayed the inevitable, but that's better.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that Peridot's right. I'm just saying, like, please don't, like, attack Peridot for saying, like, she's not gonna view what you view.
Of course, because she's always been taught that was right.
That's a lifetime's worth.
Do it like that, and so Peridot thinks she's very right, which makes her seem kind of right, but she's not super right. Like, she's not morally right.
No, of course not. All I'm trying to say is, when I saw all the reactions of the crystal gems, it's like, don't hurt Peridot.
Yeah, don't hurt Peridot.
She's just talking out of, like, the Yellow Diamond mind control, like,
they're very
birth
impulsive,
thing.
aren't they?
Oh, Garnet.
Oh my god. When you first see Garnet in the beginning of the series, you're like, oh, this is the calm, cool, collected leader. And then she turns out
Shakes birthday,
really...
Steven.
Yeah, that's the point where I was like, oh, Garnet.
Violence is the answer. No. I thought
violence would be the answer. We're getting off track. So anyways, Peridot, are we on Could Have Been Great still?
Yes.
Okay, well, we can move off of that now because that seems like we've covered that.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, Mitchell's a space trader. That's what you guys learned
from. Message received. My favorite episode. Actually, the last two episodes are my favorite.
Oh, yeah. The Steven bomb only got better as it went on. Message received was... The cool thing about this episode... I'll just say the ending, because I'm going to forget it. Mm-hmm. Peridot stands up to Yellow Diamond, but the best part about this entire episode is... Because I watched it twice. I watched it once by myself last night, and then I watched it with you just a little bit before the recording.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so the thing that I really liked about this episode is Peridot had no intention of just straight up betraying the crystal gem. She, from the get-go of getting that communicator, she was just going to try to reason.
Yeah, she thought I can help everyone this way. You know, the gems will be happy.
But the way that she was, it proves that because the way that she sounds and the way that she words things, that just sounds naturally antagonistic. Yeah. You guys don't know what you're doing. I figured it out.
Yeah. So, of course, I had to do that so that we could be surprised later. But, Peridot's so sweet. Like, what a darling.
Like, and to the point where she called the person who essentially she viewed as a god.
Yeah. Her, like, the one person she was born to serve.
Yellow Jesus.
Yellow Jesus. And she calls her a Claude. So sweet.
And that reaction face.
Oh my god.
That's now a meme.
I love that. Like, all the facial expressions were amazing in this episode because Peridot looked like she was about to shit herself the whole time. And then Yellow Diamond, seeing her finally, we've only gotten like a side profile.
Yellow Dio is
just a drawing. And it was so cool. She's so evil looking. I can't wait until everyone beats her up because she just looks awful.
She's huge.
Oh my god.
That's another really big thing I wanted to point out. Like,
just by herself, she's a big ass.
Like, could you imagine if she fused with another diamond?
With another diamond? Like, oh my god. Yeah, I really hope we get to see Blue Diamond again because I really liked her.
I'm sure we will. Like, they kind of played, like, they gave enough room in that episode so that, like, because it's Garnet who's voicing her. Mm-hmm. They gave enough room where that's...
I didn't know that.
It's Garnet who voices Blue Diamond.
Oh, wait. No, for that part. Yeah, that's not Blue Diamond, like, sound.
That's, which to me implies that, like... Rebecca Sugar will eventually find some really talented voice actress to voice
probably
Blue
like
Diamond.
another singer.
Yeah, that was really cool. Like, Yellow Diamond is just like, can I just say real quick, the Yellow Pearl just looks like right out of a Grinch cartoon. Like the way like her mouth curves and like
she looks like a Who.
Who Doris, Who Doris.
That song was stuck on my head today. That's weird that you sing that.
Well, the Grinch. So
I guess so. But, not nearly as cool as Blue Pearl. I like Blue Pearl.
Blue Pearl's awesome, but
she's very pretty.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. But message received, fun episode, super exciting.
Yellow Diamond seemed to have kind of like a grudge against Earth. Did you notice that? She was really adamant about wanting to see Earth be destroyed.
I bet you anything because of the way that Jasper presented herself. It was Yellow Diamond who, like, out of all the diamonds who had to deal with it was probably Yellow Diamond who had to fight against Rose Quartz.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a huge revenge thing. It'll be awesome. I just realized that I had hoped to see Lapis sometime this week, and I didn't. That's kind of disappointing. Yeah.
Flailing to the bottom of the sea. That's stupid. I'm not sure if you know this or not. There's a song out there. It's a heavy metal 80s version of that Lapis Lazuli song that Steven sings. But the way that the singer sings it is just like, I gotta show it to you. It's a little over the top, but it's great, but it's a little over the top. The point is, message received. Great episode, fun episode.
So funny.
A lot of
and she's a crystal gem now. Peridot's a crystal gem now.
She another thing I wanted to say about the episode feels very short, but it's because so much action's going on. Like, Steven gets betrayed at the very beginning of the episode. Peridot goes into her homemade Peridot danger machine. I don't know, into her mecha, and tries to get the communicator. Like, the episode feels it's a 10-minute episode, but it feels very compact because there's so much going on. The action, like, Amethyst turns into a helicopter, and I mean, there's a lot that's just going on. There's not much you can say about it because the big reveal is kind of the big thing.
Yeah, that's like the only thing you really remember about it.
It's Peridot not directly betraying the crystal gems. It's her trying to reason with Yellow Diamond, and when that doesn't work out, she calls him a fucking Claude.
So good.
Which then leads us. I feel like that's all we can say about message received. It's the big pinnacle of Stephen Baum.
Oh yeah, that was like the climax of Stephen Baum.
Is Peridot's now a crystal gem, which makes me think that it will be great.
I hope we get an opening.
Roy G. Biv. But unfortunately, that also means that Jasper has to join.
I don't think Jasper's gonna do that. I mean, not that it wouldn't be hilarious to see Jasper have a change of heart, but gee, I don't think she will.
God, well, let's talk about log date 7/15/2.
Okay.
Good thing this thing was up, or else I would never remember that.
Yeah, me neither. Oh my god. So Steven reads Peridot's diary, practically. He listens to her diary.
Can I just say that this episode's the most revealing of, like, the fact that Rebecca Sugar totally pays attention to what the fandom is doing.
Completely.
She totally pays attention because there's literally Peridot sits in front of a couch and watches the same episode for days.
There's more than one episode.
That was so good. I felt so bad because I was laughing harder than like the audio of the television. I'm gonna watch it again at some point because that was hilarious. So I felt so bad.
We should watch it again after this.
Yes, we should.
All right.
We should watch it again after this. That is it is. As someone who super loves Peridot.
Yeah, and she ships these characters.
She made a chart!
She made a chart of why these characters would be better with these characters. She's just a fucking shipper. She would do so well on Tumblr.
I'm so happy. I love when Steven gives her the gift. and then you say, and then when you get the gift, you're like, oh wow, thanks.
Wow, thanks! It's so good.
It's like I feel like log date 7/15/2. That episode just has a lot of clever writing, and that's what makes it so much fun.
It was a lot of fun, and oh my god, the interactions between Peridot and Garnet. I never thought I would love seeing those two on screen together more than Jesus, it was so cool. Because Garnet's like she knows that Peridot's kind of just super clueless, and she can't wait for Peridot to figure it out.
Do you think?
Oh no!
Do you think that like she's like when because in like do you think that like because like oh no fusion does it like I'm not interested in fusion. I'm a little curious though. Do you think it's like a little fusion curious?
A little fusion curious. About where little fusion curious. But the fact that Garnet had to explain herself by comparing herself to a ship that Peridot shipped so hard.
That was
so cute. And she's like, oh, I get it now. It's very cute.
I love how during that fast forward motion scene, like you see her pull out even more paper, and then Garnet just is there.
It's suddenly there, and Garnet's little thumbs up, like in every scene, was just gorgeous.
She rips the paper in frustration. I feel like the only way to talk about log date 7/15/2 is I feel like I'm insane when I say that out loud.
Yeah, log date 7152. You gotta say 7152. Remember that's Peridot's thing. You can't do log date 15.
It's on the screen. It says 15.
Yeah, it's 152.
So the best part about this episode is we're talking about it, but it's not like all the other episodes. It's just a very like character building episode. It shows how much of a dork Peridot really is, which totally makes my nickname for you totally valid now.
Fuck you, man.
Paradork.
Lapiloser. I have no good names.
Lapiloser, that's good.
Lapiloser, awesome.
Fucking Paradork. Anyway, speaking of which, now that
you made me snort. You jerk.
Yeah. So, that being said, from my understanding, and I'm not sure if this is correct or not, now we're back to the usual Thursday schedule.
Oh, good. Well, we're not talking about this episode yet.
No, we're not, but I'm just saying, like, I'm excited for more, but what did you want to bring up about?
Garnet is willing to teach Peridot about fusion. It's so wonderful.
I feel that's really so quiet. Good. That was really quiet.
So quiet. I'm so sorry, but I oh my god, very happy.
Why don't you repeat that?
I said it was wonderful.
Okay, there we go.
But I said it like without using my voice.
In our audio-based show.
Yes, please continue.
So I just wanted to say real quick, it was almost like watching someone. It's like I've never danced before. well, I could teach you how to dance. No, I don't want to. I have high heels on.
Yeah, there was stupid little stilts, little tin can stilts. What a dork. It was just, it's so weird. Like, maybe it's not, what? Oh, God.
No, I had a realization. Because we're going to have an after section talking about, like, the future of the show. Okay. And I want to bring something up, but continue.
Oh, okay. Just the fact that Garnet, who holds fusion in such high regard because it's so important to her, was willing to fuse with Peridot, who, up until just an episode ago, was an enemy. And just to help her out, because she knows that Peridot could understand if she was exposed to it or if she tried. And Peridot actually made an effort, and it was really sweet. Peridot's come a long way. Yes, Mr.
It's like just fuse with me. What? we have to beat them. Who are you talking about? Just say yes. Like she's just repeating Jasper's
lines. Oh my god.
No, okay. So any more thoughts about Long Date 7152?
Oh, let me think.
So I have this thought. And
I want to hear your thought.
Oh, okay.
This sounds really important. Okay, we're done talking about the episode.
So she hesitated super hard to fuse with Garnet. And it's not, I say super hard, but I mean, like, she was thinking about it up to the very moment. It just seems like a very, like, it's in her culture, in the gem culture, it's a very taboo thing. Mm-hmm. So, of course, there's going to be some hesitancy. But I just had a really stupid, shippy thought.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
What if, because, okay, super spoiler alert, because this was apparently spoiled in an episode preview. Apparently Cartoon Network showed the wrong preview for a future episode. Oh, shit. And I don't know if you know this or not. Do you want me to tell you? I
know this. I don't know. Maybe I should cover my ears while you tell this to the audience. You let me know when you're done, okay?
My voice is booming and loud.
You're right. I can still hear you. All right, never mind. Why don't you tell me? I need to be in the know, I guess.
The episode, because you're going to see it on Tumblr. So there is an episode preview that shows Peridot handing a gift over to someone. It's Lapis Lazuli. They're at the barn. I know.
Oh my god. No way. So that means Lapis is coming back and she's going to be hanging out with Perry.
Yes.
Oh, and gift. Steven said that you do that with your friends. Mitchell, it's happening. Why not?
But the thing is, in the preview, Lapis looks like she wants to punch Peridot straight in the face.
Jesus.
And so
this is how all good ships start out.
My thought is, it's like, no, wait, just maybe we should try fusing or something.
Slaps her. Oh man, I'd love to know what Lapis thinks about fusion. I mean, she was born like 1,000 years ago, but she still fused with Jasper. Like she had no hesitancy. Like Jasper was like, "Oh, fuse with me," and she's like, "All right." Oh god, especially like, you know what it's like. It's like entering a relationship after like a really bad one, where you're super hesitant about it, and it's like, I don't know. God, that's just out of life experience. And Jasper changed sides quick now that I think about it. Like, sorry, I'm moving back to an old episode. But
no, dude, go ahead.
Like, if gem fusion was so taboo, and I mean, Jasper's lived in that world too, and she's just all right.
She lived in the war.
If I had someone to fuse with, and then she's like, all right, nearest gem, go. It's not weird anymore when I need it.
Ew, you're gross. Now I'm gross.
Oh, but she seems so comfortable as Malachite. So whatever.
As you say, like, she looks so comfortable, and in my mind, it's her being dragged into the ocean.
Yeah. Well, at first, when she was like, water power, I'm sure that made Jasper really excited.
Oh my god.
Then it was uncomfortable.
All right, so Steven Bomb 4. I know we said at the very beginning, this was a great, wonderful Steven Bomb. So much fun.
So fun.
It was just, you know what it was? It was like, it's been offline, not offline, it's been off the air for, I think, almost 3 months or so.
Far too long. An eternity, really. And
Sora was right. He only had to deal with like a couple weeks not having a Steven Universe.
You dick.
Our guaranteed viewer. The overall episode, or the overall Steven Bomb, was so much fun. It was just, I'm so happy that they didn't just start off with like, all right, Steven Universe is coming back one day every week. starting whenever we feel like it.
Jeez, yeah, I'd been pissed.
I'm so happy that Stephen Bomb happened. I'm so happy that we have all the great stuff that, I just feel so good. Like when, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you ever feel bummed out, watch an episode of Steven Universe. Like, I kid you not, especially an
episode from this week.
This was a wonderful week.
Oh, so
Maybe
good.
not, it could have been great. If you're watching It Could Have Been Great, watch it for that title song, and then you'll kind of... Or if you don't like Peridot, when Garnet just lifts her up.
Yeah.
That being said, all the gems are awesome. All the characters are awesome. It's so nice seeing Greg again. Connie was so much fun.
Oh, Connie.
Everyone was just... It was so good. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for more episodes.
I can't wait for the Lapis.
The Lapidot.
But that means Jasper is somewhere unaccounted for.
You see her in a cage. Can I... Give me some water. No. You had enough.
No.
Why do you even need water?
I get it.
You're a gem. Anyway.
And Yellow Diamond's bound to be pissed. Cluster thing.
Dude, I want Yellow Diamond to just what's your weapon? And she just stops time.
Oh shit! Yellow Dio, no!
I still stand by my idea that her pearl is just like the world, even though I've seen.
Also, wait, I just realized we've never seen Peridot's weapon before. So that too.
She hasn't formed her weapon.
She hasn't really used it. I wonder if maybe she doesn't need it because Peridots seem like they wouldn't need it.
I was about to say I was about to say that Peridot wouldn't form a weapon. She's not a combat gem, but then Pearl.
Well, so Pearl has something, but she has a gem. She's got to have something that comes out of it.
The visor.
But I don't know. Is that from her gem? I don't know.
My favorite is when people have that argument. Is it a visor or is it a gem? Or is it a visor or her skin tone? And then I'm looking at that thumbnail for message received. It's clearly a visor.
Yeah.
Because of the way the light reflects off of it.
Oh, for sure.
What? Yeah. Any final thoughts on Steven Bomb? Anything you're looking forward to in the future?
Peridot's weapon. Maybe she doesn't know how to pull it out, and Steven will have to teach her,
Why is there a visor in front of your face? all these weapons start pouring out.
Oh my god, it's actually protection because Peridots are crazy powerful. Yeah. And we gotta see what Yellow Diamond's power is too, by the way.
It has to be ridiculously crazy.
It's gotta be disgustingly awful. Oh, that also reminds me, I was gonna say, it weirded me out in the answer. I didn't know that gems of the same gem could have different gem placements. There was one with the one on her elbow. And
the rubies, yeah.
Yeah, the rubies. So it's I actually didn't pay attention. Did the pearls have gems in different places?
Yes.
Or were they all on their heads?
So that was one of my favorite things that someone pointed out was our Pearl has it on her forehead. Blue Diamond's pearl has it on her, I think it's her chest, her heart.
Okay.
And then I can't remember if Yellow Diamond's pearl is the same, but I'm pretty sure it would be.
Yeah, I'll have to pay more attention to that when I go back over all the episodes 20 more times.
Love and Peace and War and Peace and Love and Birth or
something I can't on remember the planet them. Or
whoa.
I can't do it.
Now sing it with me. Anyways, that's about it short.
All right. I think
we're done.
We squeezed everything we can out of this week.
This was a wonderful week.
Oh, so good.
Such a good week. So anyways, guys, take it easy. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe because as long as Steven's on, we got to keep going with this Velvet Talks.
Do you think, wait, Steven come back next week?
I hope so.
I'll be so fucking pissed. I'm looking that up right now. All right, bye, guys.
Bye. Take it easy. Oh, let me finish my thing.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. We always forget.
Give a like. Do me a favor and subscribe because I always love those.
Yeah.
And real quick, I've been wanting to do this for a while. In the comment section down below, leave what you thought about Steven Bomb. I would love to read those.
And tell us who your favorite gem is.
Yeah, actually, let's do that. Who your favorite gem is? Let's assign a homework assignment to our viewers.
All have to do this, you fail.
You have to.
All right, now no one's gonna do it.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Bye, love you.